Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video, man. And this one, we're going to be talking about some interesting words from the legendary Garyvee, man. So it looks like, everybody has been speculating for a while that Garyvee knows what Omi is, and he's probably invested because, let's be honest, he's the one who's been preaching about NFTs, telling the world about them. So why wouldn't he know of a project with this much promise and this much potential? So I mean, chances are he knows about it, but it's like some of the things that he says, it gets caught, and he's saying things that kind of looks like he sees the value of Omi, but he has never really come out and just flat out mentioned Omi. So we're going to be going over one of these scenarios where it's like, okay, this looks like this guy is out here really showing love to Omi or really understanding what the future is going to be. Because when you look at the project, the Omi project, you dive into it, the people, all of this stuff and everything that Omi is doing, you know that it's the future. Like, you know that it's the future. And some people just get the surface level things. I hear people say all the time, oh, Omi is just collectibles. It's just for collectors. That's it. Everyone in the world is not a collector, so it's not going to be as big as people think that it's going to be. People don't realize the power behind NFTs. Like, you don't have to be a collector to get benefits and bonuses for collecting when you go to the movie theater and stuff like that. Like, I was never a collector, but when I was a little kid, I remember going to see one of those Star Wars movies in the theaters, and with your cup, they gave you a big old cup with like Yoda on it or something. It's like, that was cool. So it's a cup that I kept for years, even though I wasn't necessarily a collector. But imagine on a cup that you get in the movie theater, now you have a link or something, or you have a scratch off where you can redeem something on Veve or something like. It's just so many more opportunities now in this space with the way that NFTs is going to be across the world, because NFT is going to be a global thing at some point. And I think that people are just seeing the surface level aspects of what Veve is going to be. Like, Veve is going to expand and do so much more people are not even expecting, and that's going to be amazing. But yeah, let's jump into it. And let's get into what Garyvee has said thus far. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated. But Garyvee says, excited to see the very, very low cost, high volume NFT that captured the broad market's attention. Kinda likes Pokemon Go did years ago for augmented reality. It's brewing. Someone is working on it. It will be fascinating to see. Augmented reality? Veve has augmented reality. And he's talking about how Pokemon Go did it. Veve is out here performing in the NFT space, dominating right now. Kind of Pokemon Go style outside of the gameplay. Very low cost, high volume. I mean, all in all, this entire sentence just embodies what Veve and Ecomi actually represents right now. And that's what caught a lot of the Omi community attention. But let's look at some more things. Like, some more things were said. Let's take a look at this. So we got the Omi homies down here. Shout out to the Omi homies. Thanks for supporting the space, Gary. As usual, you called it, and here it comes. Omi, and ironically, look at Johnny. Johnny be on it, bro. Johnny really be on it. Like, he's how I found Omi to begin with. He's how I found this entire community. I saw him on a Garyvee post. I literally saw his message on the Garyvee post, and then I decided to check out Veve. He literally spams Veve everywhere. Like, yo, Johnny is a legend when it comes to promoting. Like, he gives the best promotion, because I would not have found it. Like, you got to think how impactful he is, because I've influenced people to become YouTubers. I would have never become a YouTuber for this community if it wasn't for Johnny. Like, Johnny, he low key a legend. Like, don't sleep on Johnny, bro. Don't sleep on Johnny. Shout out to my man Johnny, man. But yeah, listen to this. Listen to this.
Overrated in the individual NFTs, like the individual cards, and it's underrated as a project. It's insane what Roham and that team did to launch that product. Flow, the consumability, the gamification, just an underrated execution. Like, one of the things we'll look back on as one of the early things, kind of like a Yahoo or Ask Jeeves or Google or YouTube, like epic. Overrated are the individual top shots, because it's like cards. There's too much supply, demand issues coming as the NFL, MLB, UFC, boxing, Muhammad Ali, Pele, like everything in the world's going to be NFTs.
So basically, just having a random NFT of any random player in the NFL, in the NBA or something, that's not going to be valuable. It's not going to, every NFT is not going to be valuable. It's like if a bottom tier player in the NBA create a pair of shoes, everybody's not going to buy those shoes. It's like, you can't just be anyone. If anyone can create a pair of shoes, why would anyone be able to create an NFT and it's going to be valuable? I think during this whole little craze that happened, this big blow up, everyone thought that anything with the name NFT attached to it is going to be huge. Like, no, that's not how it works. So I think that the second wave of this NFT boom is going to be people more logical and more educated on the NFT space and realizing that, okay, there's certain things that's going to do well. And when it comes down to what's going to do the best out of the entire NFT market, premium collectibles is what's going to do the best. But let's hear Garyvee. Let's see what Garyvee in particular says is going to separate NFTs.
So right now, a lot of the energy of sports and NFT go to this one project. Like, there's going to be people held with the bag on a highlight of Terry Rozier making a pass, or like a solid dunk by Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, this is not like other IP. This is not Superman and Batman. Like, the player matters.
This is not like Superman or Batman. The player matters. So he just brought up IP, because when you hear people talk about the NFT space, even Logan Paul said it. It's the IP that matters. This is solidified. Like, anything that comes from DC Comics is valuable because it comes from DC Comics. Will everything that comes from DC Comics be worth crazy, insane amounts of money? No. Will it retain its value? Yeah. Will it become more valuable? Probably, yeah. Like, everything will become more valuable. Obviously, some things are going to stand out. Some things are going to be higher in demand. But anything with these licenses on them is going to be super, super valuable. And I think that's the point that he's touching on. Just because everyone is in the NBA does not necessarily mean that every player is going to be valuable. It is a lot to do with the players. But when it comes down to Batman and Batman NFTs and stuff like that, all of those NFTs can actually be super, super valuable. So this is why IP is so strong right now. And this is why you're seeing the whole market be down right now. And you can see Veve can still perform well, and Veve can still do his thing, because IP is very powerful. And now, don't get it twisted. Veve is not what's driving the price right now. While in a way it is, it's not at the same time. This is not the token utility, crazy burns, crazy buying and stuff like that, pushing the price up like it's designed to do. This is hype. Like, this is people believing in the Veve project, investing, or people trying to pump it, dump it, or whatever. Like, this is strategy, because people are And if you think about it, let's say people are trying to pump and dump Veve right now. This is a community they believe is going to go up. Like, they believe that they can invest in it, get out at a quick pump, and like that. They see the potential in the project. Like, you don't go and try to pump and dump things that are irrelevant, to be completely honest. You just don't. Like, people are starting to see the energy and the value that Veve is bringing, and as the more that Veve continues to perform when everything in the market is low, and Veve is just shining up crazy percentages and things like that, that's going to be even more promotion for Veve on the crypto side, and we will see more traders, more people out here looking for quick opportunities and things like that. We will see that coming to the community. And I think that that's going to be huge. It's going to be very, very big with these type of people in the community, even though it is good. Like, as long as you're educated on it, it's not too much of a problem. Like, when you don't know something is going to pump and dump, then yes, it can definitely hurt you if you get to buying at all time high and then it dumps back down a crazy amount. Then yeah, you just missed out on opportunity. But as long as you're educated and knowing, okay, it's pumping, but a dump is probably coming and stuff like that, then yeah. And let's see some of the other replies though. It's no doubt Veve official already doing licensed NFTs, just acquired the Marvel license, and who owns them? Disney. They have a legend team with the godfather of licensing, Alfred Kahn. Without him, no one would have heard of Pokemon. You see, like, Garyvee definitely knows about Veve and Omi. Like, he has been getting spammed this project for the longest. He's been getting spammed this project for the longest, man. Referring to us or a different NFT project? You think his tweet, the monster, was referring to us or a different NFT project? Let's see. Who else has the IP of Superman and Batman? Hey, my man. Like, listen, people putting it together. People really putting it together out here, man. People putting it together. How exactly are NFTs an investment? Oh yeah, you still got, see, look at this. You got more people trying to understand the space, trying to get into it. Yeah, I mean, Garyvee is doing amazing work as far as spreading awareness about NFTs and the value and the potential that these things can have on the world. I feel like people still don't really get the full picture and the how how this thing is going to scale in the long term. A lot of people think that this is just going to impact like a small collector's niche, and in reality, it's not. It's going to be so much bigger. But I think that it's one of those things where, like for instance, when I was saying things like, okay, Marvel is confirmed. We see all this evidence for Marvel. It's only so much coincidences you're going to have. When I say that was confirmed, it was a point in time where people were saying no, that there's no way. When we were at all time high, and I started telling people the price was going to go down, and everybody's like, no, do you see this? It just pumped this amount, it pumped that amount, and then it started going down. Like everybody calls me crazy at certain points when I say certain things. And it's mainly because like people get trapped in a way of thinking where you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're just looking at really what you want to see, or you're hoping or something like that. Like, it's inevitable that the world is going to turn to NFTs. It's just about how quickly the adoption comes. And honestly, I think that when it comes down to looking at NFTs in terms of value and what's really going to have that true value, no matter how much things are selling for because of hype, Veve is the number one right now, in my opinion. Veve is number one. Yes, people have oversold a lot in the NFT space, but that's also very good for us, because when they have spent all this money, they have bought all this useless shit. You're not going to just take that chance buying random shit no more when it comes to NFTs. What are you going to do? You're going to go to a platform that has powerful licenses and partners where you know this is guaranteed value right here. Because buying stuff from certain places, that's just a gamble. It's a gamble that that's going to be valuable in the long run. But buying something from Veve, it's not a gamble. You're not gambling at all. This is directly from the IP. This is Marvel. Marvel themselves are speaking on behalf of Veve. They're speaking like it's different. It's different. So this is going to lead a lot more people to Veve once NFTs start taking over for sure. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I just thought this was very, very interesting. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace out, Joe.